Hi everyone. You'll often hear about how pets are so beneficial to people with dementia, and so to honor our pets, I made some of these collages that are pet inspired. So there's the cat, there's the dog, and stick with me and I'll show you how I made these. To get prepped for this project, I am going to rip up some of these sheets of paper I have here. I've got some scrapbooking papers, some sheet music, some magazines that I'm going to rip up the pages, and basically I'm just going to rip them into strips that I can use to create my collage with. And now for the base of my collage, I am using an orange piece of construction paper. I'm using construction paper because if I miss any spots, then the orange color will show through. And it's also a larger size than a regular piece of copy paper, but you could use a piece of copy paper for this as well. And then to make the collage, it's quite simple. Just glue on the sheets of paper around the construction paper, basically like you're gluing it around a clock face. So you'll see that there's a bit of a center point that forms, and there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting the sheets of paper. I'm just adding layers and layers all around the construction paper. And of course, while you're making this project, you can talk about pets with your loved one. Perhaps you have a pet in the home, or maybe there's one that they remember fondly from previous years. Pets are just a wonderful thing to have around the house or in someone's life if they have dementia. By their very nature, pets don't judge, and they're very accepting of someone just as they are. And so for a person with dementia, those qualities can make a pet a very good companion for them. Their presence can really help to reduce the effects of dementia. They can reduce anxiety, agitation, irritability, depression, loneliness, and by their friendliness and non-threatening way, pets can help a person with dementia be more interactive, sometimes they're not able to do so in a social setting with other adults. Once you've finished collaging your papers, you can flip over the sheet and then trim off the excess around the edge. Once everything is all trimmed up and looking neat, it is time to start creating the face of the pet on your collage. So I've included a template that you can use that have the eyes and the nose on there. One is for a cat, one is for a dog. You are more than welcome to color it in, cut it out, and glue it on, which is what I'm doing for this project. But if you're feeling creative or your loved one is creative and they want to put their own eyes and nose onto their project, of course, they can go ahead and do that. So I'm just gluing those on, and then I'm going to use Tempera paint to paint the other details onto the project. Now, sometimes magazine paper can be a little bit resistant to the watercolor type paints because of the water and the glossy nature of the page, but I do find that with the Tempera paints, even though they're water-based, if I mix them up thick enough, they do go on after a little while. It might take a couple strokes to convince the paper to allow the paint to sit there, but it does eventually stick. Now I'm giving my dog a nice long nose, so I put the nose a little further down the page, and then just going to connect the center line up towards the corners of the eyes, and then give it some lips. And some whiskers. And then I have another page that I did just on white paper for the cat, and same thing. I'll draw in its mouth which looks kind of like an anchor. Color in the top lip and around the nose. And then of course no cat is complete without some whiskers. So there you have it, my 2 pet collages, a dog and a cat. I hope you enjoyed that and that you get your own chance to make some pet collages like these ones. They really were quite fun to make. And if you have a pet around the house, please give them an extra pat for me. And until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.